you like it, the lame and the blind. Makers and the traders, some are big fians. Some are work very hard just to survive. Yeah. But as I swear them I know everything will be alright.
Well, Zagga Timothy is a recording artist. He's a songwriter and a performer. Representing the reggae and dancehall genre, he is known in showbiz as Kojjo Zagga. We will take a break to watch his video, and then when we come back, I'll be having a long chat with him.
Live and easy. I be some dirty boy for the street. No hopes, no dreams. That be my ghetto life. Only think of what to eat a day tomorrow and the day after. So I join a gang. Oh yeah, rich rastas. With a crochet to survive. Real gangsters. All my shadows be rock. Never heard about Louis Vuitton, Gucci.
Okay, so we're doing something in the studio. He says he goes by the name Zagga.
Michelin.
Okay. Why is Zagga?
Yeah, it's a fan-based thing. The fans love it. So when they see me, Zagga, and I also replace their name with it and say,
okay,
so it's like that.
Sounds cool though.
Yeah.
But who is Zagga? Zagga, I mean, tell us a bit about you, who you are, how you began, and then the journey so far.
Okay, so my name is Zagga Timothy. I'm a recording artist, singer, songwriter. I represent for the whole Dansoman community.
This CEO.
Yeah, for real. I represent for Dansoman, you know. Same way, I hold a bachelor's degree in economics and sociology from the University of Cape Coast. I'm a proud industrialist, I got to say that. So, I mean, music for me started like way back from Genesis. Has been part of me, like way back since childhood. But you know, I had to during my secondary school days, I developed the act of writing. So I had to, you know, nurture it, take more time into what I do. So I developed my lyrical prowess. So it took time for me, but I started music as far back as 2010. It's a bloodline thing. My father is the director of an orchestra at the Holy Family Catholic Church. So I grew around music. Like every weekend, they sing, they practice, they rehearse the song that they will be singing in church. So I grew up around music, you know, basically.
But it was church music. Why not gospel?
Well, I do gospel. I'd say I do gospel, but...
Do you have a gospel song out there?
I can sing like one song for you right now that is a gospel. You classify it as a gospel.
That you wrote yourself?
Yeah.
Please do.
Okay. Oh my God, still in a business, a turning trash into treasure. Blessings tapa, blessings beyond measure. Michelin buckler, #1 defender. You give me breakthrough, international breakthrough without sweat. 24-hour miracle happening without pain. Na mo ke na mo kwe mo ko bogbovon evlo. Yahweh, the covenant keeping God. You turn my tears into laughter. You turn my shame into joy. Yahweh, milenoni ma felo ma kefe nyungbo. Oh, you are done. So this is gospel.
Okay, so
it's just... You feel me?
I feel you, man. I feel you closer. You know, don't get it twisted. If I say gospel, I don't mean because you're doing reggae or dancehall, but I didn't see that in the intro, so I was like, okay, growing up in a typical Catholic church, you mentioned that your father was a Catholic, and so you think that you go with hymns or the cool inspirational gospel song and not reggae or dancehall. Why did you choose the genre reggae and dancehall?
Okay, so I mean, my father himself, he's an admirer of reggae music. I mean, you mentioned names like Sonny Okwesin, names like this man in Nigeria, I've forgotten. But he loves reggae music. So I also fell in love with the rhythm when I heard like the reggae rhythm. I was like, whoa, I fell in love with it. But one person I would say that really caught my heart to pursue, like to follow the genre, was Lucky Dube. I could easily relate with his vibe. I mean, his vibe was lively, was telling a story that, you know, you feel the pain, you feel like he had a message for the people, you understand? So I felt like, yo, reggae music, I had a thing for reggae music. So I started listening to a lot of people, to great reggae musicians like Bob Marley, you know, like Buju Banton, you know, the Morgan Heritage, Sizzla Kalanji. I listened to these guys just to draw inspiration. Not to say that I didn't like maybe Catholic music or...
I get it. But you identify more with reggae and dancehall.
Yeah, reggae and dancehall.
Very well. I mean, but regardless, it's reggae and dancehall is cool. It's trending now, so...
Forever.
Yeah. So long as you have a message you want to carry out there, it doesn't really matter the medium you use, whether reggae, whether hymns, whether gospel, whether R&B, whatever. But what motivates you lyrically? I don't mean the people who have inspired you to be where you are or the choices you've made, but when you put a pen to paper, where do you draw your inspiration from to get the artistic content you're looking for?
Thank you very much. I draw much motivation from real life situations. I mean, I'm someone who, I know about real life situation. I've lived on the street. I know how it feels. I know how life is on the street. So when I take a pen and start to, you know, compose a record, I reflect on the lessons of life, the experiences I've gathered so far. You know, people share their stories, and so basically I get motivated a lot more from our surrounding, things around me. You know, our normal interactions, our daily interactions with people. You know, life, we keep learning each and every day. I meet someone, I pick a thing or two from, and I make sure that I impact the life of whoever I come in contact with. So my inspiration mainly comes from real life situation. I look around my surrounding and I draw inspiration from that to put a record.
How many songs do you have out?
Okay, so officially I'd say 2, but I have a number of records.
Just waiting to explode.
Tell you. Big bangers, international records, you know. Yeah, so, but officially I have 2 out there. I have Scary and this very one which we're about to, you know.
Okay, so how has the industry treated you so far? Has it been receptive? Has it received you well, or there have been challenges?
For real, I mean, the path that I have chosen, I know the TEF would be very difficult. I know the challenge will be very tough. I mean, and I've made up my mind. I'm more convicted to my goal that this is what I want. So irrespective of the challenges that may come my way, I've developed a rhino skin for it. But you know, these things will happen. The industry is not a friendly TEF. You know, there are superpowers who they take decisions and all of that. But you know, I come in the name of Jesus, so we'll break through simple.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Okay, so but really, what would you have changed in the industry so that it will give room for people of your kind? If I say people of your kind, I mean up and coming artists who are hoping to break through. Okay,
thank you. I mean, for me, I share this perception that if you're an artist, you don't really need to get booked for a show before you can make something small. I understand. These online streaming platforms can generate a lot of revenue for an artist. So I'll tell my fellow artists that, yeah, the journey is very tough. That is not rosy like it may look like, but you know, the online platforms are there that when you post your content there and you promote it, you know, you have a lot of people who would come over to listen, then generate some revenue for you. Yeah, I mean.
So, Zagga, right?
Yeah, Kojjo Zagga.
Kojjo Zagga,
Yeah.
Zagga, eh.
Zagga, eh. Michelin, eh.
I know, right? So Christmas is just around the corner.
Yeah.
What should your fans expect from you?
Bangers upon bangers, that is what I represent, you know. I represent the best of the best records from Ghana to the world. So bangers upon bangers. If you know Kojjo Zagga,
Zagga,
it wouldn't be as if, hey, you feel me? So
Eh.
my fans this Christmas, Charlie, if I wear your dancing shoes, take off, Charlie, we go bang from we go dance, we go boogie, we go do a lot of stuff, you know. Yeah.
Your social media handles are?
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The name is Kojjo Zagga. Kojjo Zagga spelled KojjoZagga. Let's get interactive on all social media platforms.
Before I take leave of you, you made mention that you are an entrepreneur, or you studied economics, and you are an enthusiast for something. Can you share more?
Yes, I said I hold a bachelor's degree in economics and sociology from the University of Cape Coast.
Okay, so what do you do apart from music, or you're pursuing music full time?
Okay, so I've been out there looking for jobs. The jobs are non-existent. They are none. We look and we know the fine. You understand? But I know very well that I'm still looking out. I go out there on a daily basis to drop, you know, CVs and all of that. I need capital to support what I'm doing. Currently, I'm not working. So if there's any record label out there, any executive producer out there, any, you know, individual out there who'd love to, you know, give us the financial support to push this record, fine. And my musical music talent too, I can't sleep on it. You know, if I need to juggle the two together, you know, look for jobs more and still hustle with my musical career, because Charlie, I blow finish.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Hey.
You've blown all that. Very well. But Zagga, really, what message do you have for a young boy who is watching us now and goes like, I think you made mention that you identify with Buju Banton and the likes, like you do. If someone identifies with you right now, what inspiration should the person draw from you?
Okay, so I mean, the inspiration, well, the inspiration to draw would be that the life I live, I try to impact people with the kind of life I come from. A hard place I know about. So, you know, when I know people out there look up to me, where I come from, a lot of them look up to me. So, I mean, I wouldn't promote anything that would be detrimental to even their health or their conscience, that will brainwash them. No, I'm an artist who represents what I represent. I'll try my possible best to be an inspiration to them in which way I can positively impact their lives.
Thank you very much for passing through. Nice having you. I hope that the next time I have you on this show, it will be a banger plus a banger plus a banger plus a banger plus a banger, like Zagga.
It's a banger.
I tell you. So this has been Showbiz Live on GBC News and News and Governance Channel. My name is Michelin Taka. I stood in for Valerie Dance. So thanks so much for sharing this part of your afternoon with us. Have a very, very, very lovely day.
Come in the murderer, if you step on my shadow, you be dead gone. 6 feet underground, no broke journey. Let alone to mourn. Survival of the fittest, the baddest, the strongest. Be the slogan, me carry gun. We ain't none of them sit, me done. Me bond the weed, that's need the coca bag, big girl, Inna the yard, inna the yard, inna the yard, inna the yard. Sunny day, the road may